Without creativity, there is no change. The whole key to success in any form is to be ahead of the game. And to be ahead of the game, you've got to be more creative than those around you and your competitors. So you've got to find new ways of doing business in most cases. And that usually requires a whole different line of thinking. But it stimulates people, because when the same old song's being played all the time, people get bored. There's got to be a new sound, there's got to be new words, there's got to be a new movement. And when that change comes, everybody's amazed by it, and it has a huge success until the next step and the next generation of it. So it's got to keep moving. You can't be creative once. It's got to be a process. And the more you realize that creativity is an important element, the more you're having to think out the box. You know, racing cars are no different. Somebody comes up with a new gizmo, and suddenly that gizmo is breaking new ground, and they are faster. Everybody's got to find a better way of doing it. So creativity is the foundation of all success. I would say attention to detail is one of the things. You know, you can't be creative and then not get the detail done. You see, some people can be creative, but they haven't finished one thing before the creativity takes over and they step up to the next thing when they haven't finished the job. So the biggest risk of very creative people is that they don't close the loop. My life has been built in closing loops. I don't like open loops. So you've got to finish the job to create the success. If you just have a great idea and before you've completed the project, you're on to something else, that particular component gets left behind, and it's only half finished, and it's only half successful. You don't get any bonuses for that. You've got to complete the job, you've got to make it happen. If you don't make it happen, how creative you may be, you will be just, Jesus, is that creator again? But you know, it doesn't finish the job. So the really creative people do finish the job. If somebody like Steven Spielberg, you know, has a great idea to do a movie, if the movie isn't conducted correctly and properly executed, that great creative story is lost. So you've got to close the deal. Don't play with open loops all your life. You've got to close it. Changing safety. I mean, motor racing is dangerous. It says that in the back of the admission ticket. It is dangerous. But why should it be fatally dangerous? Why should it take the life of so many people? Because the safety precautions weren't taken, because the firefighters didn't have the right extinguishers, because the barriers were at the wrong height, because the road surface broke up. There's a whole lot of reasons why it was dangerous, and it shouldn't have been dangerous. So we changed that. And now we've got a record that's second to none, better than any multinational corporation in the world, better than anything I can think of. Formula One Grand Prix racing today is safer because the attention to detail has been there, but it's been executed. They haven't left without finishing the job. And now we've been, as we sit here, 19 years, 4 months and 14 days since we lost the life of a great racing driver, Ayrton Senna. If the safety precautions were in place when Ayrton had his accident in Italy those 19 years ago, he would still be alive today.